Hello and welcome to the Now We Know Show, the show where we discuss a topic of interest, and by the end we will have learnt something new, and hopefully you will too. I am Jack.
I'm Zak.
And I'm Buzz.
And today we are going on an adventure.
Going on an adventure!
Yes, we are playing an adventure game.
We're going on an adventure and we're not leaving the actual studio.
That's it. Or should we say that Jack and Buzz are going on an adventure?
Yes, I'm
More
kind of like the
specifically,
dungeon master in
Yeah,
this.
Zach is being
quite
the
literally.
dungeon master. But first, I think we should ask the computer about what's an adventure game. So, computer, what's an adventure game?
Here's something I found on the web. According to KickTruck.com, the campaign/adventure books are pre-written stories, prompts, and scenarios that allow the game to be truly cooperative.
There we go.
There we go.
So it's going to be one of these type of...
Yes, this is a multiple choice adventure game.
Right, so this is retro gaming
Yes.
at its best.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest, I've never really done anything like this, but the closest I can kind of relate to it is, do you remember the old Doctor Who books?
Oh yeah, the Decide Your Own Destiny.
That was
books.
it, Decide
Yeah.
Your Own Destiny, and they'd kind of be a book where at the end of the page it'd say turn to page 30 if you want to enter the
Yes.
TARDIS. Or...
Oh, I've played adventure books like that.
Yes,
In fact,
that's
not
probably
so long ago, when I was working on a Marvel film, I shouldn't say really, should I, on this one?
Oh no, it's the mouse. He's in the studio.
No.
Mickey.
Yeah, because it's Disney. They'll string me up from the nearest tree. No, but I ordered a book of because I'm a Beowulf fan, and there's an adventure game book of Beowulf,
Ooh.
which you had a couple of dice, and that's the type of stuff we're talking about, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you roll the dice, get your score, turn to a different page. Blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah,
that's
blah.
kind of a more complicated version of this.
Okay. Good.
Right, so this is very much just kind of
Multiple choice.
two
So-
options, three options.
so-
I don't know. I haven't
Okay.
played it.
So is this again like the old computer games, where you just literally had a line on the screen and it'd ask you, do you go north or south or whatever?
I think there's a paragraph, something like that. Yeah.
Enter the
okay,
forest
okay.
or enter the haunted
It's kind
house.
of like a
Wasn't that called Zork or something like that? The original ones.
It rings a bell.
so.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so the setup is that we're going to the mighty adventurers then, Jack.
Yes.
And
I'm
I
very
am-
much a sidekick in this.
Sidekick.
See what happens. Just go with it.
Zach is. We need a name for him, like
Dungeon master.
Nah, that's too cool. Yeah. I don't know.
Spell master.
Zacharon, the mighty wizard.
Mungeon Duster.
Mungeon Buster.
What? What is that?
That's going. I think this is going the wrong route.
Anyway, there's hundreds of these games,
Yeah.
and this is a digital one, so
Okay,
I've
this is a
got-
digital one.
I'm
Okay.
going to be reading off of my phone.
Okay,
This is a fantasy one,
Ooh,
right.
okay.
and it is called Slay the Dragon.
Slay the
Ooh,
dragon.
Yes.
There's a little synopsis before we get started.
Okay, we should let you crack on
I
with
need to
that.
get into character.
Yeah.
I need
Maybe we
to
should
really...
put the helmet back
So
on.
Yes.
do we have characters, or do we just pretend that make our own characters?
Make your own character.
Okay, we need to come up with names.
Okay.
You could be Sir Buzz of something.
Sir Buzz of something. Sir Buzz.
Oh dear.
I'll be psoriasis of liver. Psoriasis.
I'm not calling you
Cirrhosis of liver.
Okay.
No, I don't know.
I'm going to be
the Black Knight.
Dennis.
Dennis the Knight.
I'm a blacksmith apprentice.
Why do I feel like
Oh
you
yes. We could be the
Yes.
blacksmith and his apprentice.
maybe like coconuts or something for a damage. Okay, I'll read you the
Okay,
synopsis.
so the synopsis.
Squire Dennis.
Squire Dennis.
Right. A dragon has kidnapped a lovely lady, and the king himself has commissioned you to save her. Will you save the lady? Is that all what truly matters? Or is it all about the friends you meet along the way?
Oh,
Oh,
we're going to meet some friends.
hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, gonna make
Hopefully there's
friends.
some good characters
I have
in
no
it.
idea how long this is going to go for.
Okay, so how are we going to do this on a timer? Are we going to do it on how many times we die?
Can we die?
Can we die? I don't know.
We'll see.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is a learning experience for
Yes,
us
very much
and for
so.
the listeners.
Yeah.
If ever fancy.
I mean, I've never hosted one of these before, so it's a learning experience for
so
me.
we're
in
going to
that
find out
respect.
by the end of this if it's something that somebody would do if you're like on holiday, it's pouring with rain, there's nothing to do. Hey, why don't we get the kids together and play an adventure game?
Mhm.
Okay, let's see
Yeah,
how exciting
There's
it's
a
going
big
to be.
there's a big start button.
Is there?
So once we're in, we're in.
Okay, we're going down the rabbit hole.
Are you
Squire
ready?
Dennis is in
Yes.
motion.
Are you ready?
I'm hoping for a good character.
Are you
arc.
ready, Jack?
Yes.
Play Slay the Dragon.
Slay the dragon.
Click. Thank goodness it loaded.
That's the first stage done. Right.
Okay. Chivalry calls you.
Huzzah!
My lords, my ladies, says the herald. King Ryder Longbottom approaches.
Right along the bottom.
King Ryder Longbottom approaches. All among the Congress of Lords kneel as the king approaches the throne. The man looks older than his years, grey overtaking most of his beard and the temples of his head. He sits and then indicates that the lords and ladies may rise.
Rise. Sir Bottom. What was it?
It's a long bottom.
So, King Ryder Longbottom.
Long Bottom Rider.
Okay, right. Should I do this in Scottish accent? Okay.
Oh, you go. Always get Scottish.
My
again.
lords and ladies, it troubles me greatly to call upon you in this hour. His squire, hang on, okay, forget that. My lords and ladies, it troubles...
Oh, I was enjoying the Scottish character.
it switches from speech to sentence
Okay.
very quickly. Okay.
Come on, get into character.
My lords and ladies, it troubles me greatly to call upon you in this hour. His squire, a portly boy of 10 hands...
Kill it.
Sorry.
Kill it. It's a monster.
It's got me.
His squire, a portly boy of 10... I haven't done it. Calm down. His squire hands him a silk scarf. Pay attention to this. This might come up later.
Come on. Right,
Hands him a silk scarf, which the king proceeds to use to blow his nose. A terrible honking sound. A terrible honking sound reverberates through the chamber.
Sorry, listeners.
Lady Melindsay Maculate.
Melindsay Immaculate.
Yep. Has been kidnapped.
Okay, so she's our lady.
Lady Melindsay
Oh, God.
We'll just call her Mel for sure.
Mel.
She's been
Lady
kidnapped.
Mel. Lady Mel.
That's the person who's been kidnapped.
Lady Mel has been kidnapped.
Baby Bell.
Sources say that it is a terrible...
Oh, this dungeon master. It's getting wrong.
Sources say that it is the terrible dragon and normal head.
What's normal head? Oh, God.
I need more head. Finally, it's the first page, God damn it. My king, shouts the Lord. Is it the same that brought the kingdom of Bonaire to its knees? Bonaire.
What's this adventure? More heads in the boner. This is an adult one. Oh, man.
Destroying all crops and kidnapping the lasses. The same, Sir Barry McNosher.
Compose yourself, Dungeon Master.
Never has Bonaire been more exposed. Once a mighty country with constitution as hard as granite, now I fear that Bonaire has become weak and yielding.
Both has become weakened. Did you read this before you actually did?
I thought this was serious. We cannot let this fate destroy our own lands. Should this dragon get away with this kidnapping, It's only a matter of time before
no.
he deems us as frail as our neighbours.
Oh dear.
But who, my king, will stand up to this foul beast, says Lady Olive Cox.
Do you need to put a rating on this particular?
Silence fills the room. The king,
You're right, Jack. You get off the floor now.
the king stands from his throne.
Crying.
The king stands from his throne and walks among the lords, an equal in supplication.
Yes.
Is there no one who will take on this quest and save Lady McLindsay Immaculate?
Lady Mel.
Lady Bell.
Yeah, Lady Mel, he begs. You walk to the king and kneel before him. I, my liege, will take on this holiest of quests if you will grant me leave.
I think that's us two.
Yes.
Yep.
Squire Dennis and
Buzzrington.
The king touches your shoulder.
Oh, thank you. You have a very gentle touch.
With his long scepter.
Get it off my shoulder now.
You glance up at him and to your surprise see tears upon his cheeks. Brave knight!
Yes, my liege.
Brave knight, I had lost hope that there was a soul virtuous enough for this task. Arise and stand firm. My lord...
Sorry, what was that? Go back.
Arise and stand.
I had lost hope that there was a soul virtuous enough for this task. Arise and stand firm, my lord, and should you succeed in your quest, I shall grant you leave to marry Lady Mel.
Oh,
If she...
how are we going to share?
if she will have you.
Hang on, there's two of us.
Elated. You got to save her first.
Yes.
If she will have you. Elated, you draw your sword and
Swords.
the gathered lords and ladies cheer. The king, turning to the rest of those in the room, say, "To you, my lords and ladies, I present the hero of the kingdom,
Heroes.
Sigourney of Weaver."
Weaver. Is that what it says?
Sigourney of Weaver.
We're meant to be Sigourney of Weaver.
Yeah, you're Sigourney Weaver.
Okay.
Which
one of us is selected?
I could be Sigourney and you could be Weaver.
Now, there's only one option for this. Your quest begins.
Yay, at last.
Yay. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Your quest begins.
Just that'd be nice.
I want to ask at this point, are we learning anything?
Yes.
How to have fun.
Yes, this is funny.
How this works.
This is
Learning
funny.
that I cry a lot when I laugh.
Sir
I
Weaver
noticed.
asks a young squire, "Is it true that you slew the double-moored basilisk of the Darklands?"
Yes.
Yeah, I reckon we did.
Yeah. Yeah, just the last Sunday.
You smile at the boy. "Nay, my lad."
Oh,
Rolls.
got that wrong.
The look of disappointment on his face makes you chuckle. You kneel before him and smile. "While it is true that I slew the beast,
Oh.
he was not from the Darklands at all."
Oh.
"No," asks the boy. "No, he was a profane magical creation from the alien land of Nostromo."
You really didn't really research this at all.
I'm
did you?
sensing a theme.
There's a theme, okay.
The child beams, the glory of his hero restored. "So you slew the alien beast with 2 maws. I heard you mostly come out at night. Mostly." How did you see it? The child's father approaches and puts his arm around the boy's shoulders, pulling him back. "Please forgive my son, Sir Knight. He is but a child, fascinated with tales of honour and glory. I did not mean for him to give offence or cause annoyance. Dear father, worry not. Let it be known that Sigourney Weaver will suffer the little children."
Sigourney and
Sigourney and Weaver.
Sigourney and Weaver. There you go. Turning to the boy, you hand him a tiny wooden knight, painted in colours to resemble your own. Legendary white and gold armour.
White and gold. Interesting.
The child shrieks in joy and runs off with the toy. The man thanks you, and you walk to the gates. As you pass by, several young wenches faint at your majestic virginity.
What did you say? Virginity?
Majestic virginity.
I've never heard it described quite that way.
That's our quote for the episode.
Oh, we have majestic virginity, sir.
If only you could have. If only you could take the time to help them. But alas, Lady Mel is in dire need of your steadfastiness. Passing through the gates, you pause and turn, waving to the crowd gathered behind you. More women faint. And you decide it would be best if you make all haste. Your mount, your trusty sterling stallion. Have a cub. Have a chub.
Have a chub.
Have a chub.
Have a chub the horse.
There's only one option. A knight or another name. Clicking on it. A nervous snort from your horse, followed by a muffled clang ahead on the road, interrupts your thoughts. You calm the stallion by gently pulling on one side of the reins to turn it. Then you silently slide off the saddle. After tying the reins to a branch on the side of the road, creep forwards silently.
Okay.
Holding your breath.
We're creeping.
We've heard a noise and we're
We're creeping towards it.
Holding your
I'm on the
breath.
back of the horse.
Maybe you are the horse.
Oh.
No.
Nay. Nay.
You finally round the corner and see two knights arguing. One on a horse and one who must be nearly 7 feet tall, leaning on his shield. Strangely, they aren't facing one another. You are confused at first until you see that the knight on the horse is wearing a dark grey blindfold.
We walked into something we should.
That sounds a bit weird.
It is almost invisible against his shining armour, but the cloth covers every vision slit on his helmet.
Right.
Well, upon my honour, responds the knight on the horse, I may not stop travelling upon this path, nor may I remove this blindfold until I have aided a maiden fair. I made this holy vow not 2 days past, and I shall not relent unless goddess of death herself calls me to her halls of the dead. Upon my honour. As you insist, sir, then we shall duel, says the knight, standing in the middle of the road. The absurdity of the situation vexes you, but you remain silent and watch.
I am vexed.
Very well, sir. What
We're
is your
both
name,
vexed.
Sir Knight? It would not do to kill an unarmed knight. I am Sir Robin.
Brave Sir Robin.
Brave Sir Robin.
The virtue. And you, Sir Knight, you may call me Sir Loin.
Sirloin.
Sir
Sirloin of
Sir
course.
Denderloin.
Sir Tenderloin.
Loin.
Denderloin.
Denderloin.
Answers the mounted knight. Tell me, sir.
Oh, he's on the horse. That's
virtue.
why he's got a tenderloin.
He's got a tenderloin.
Right.
He says, have you a horse? I hear no equine sounds other than my own mare, Chastity. You can detect a slight mocking tone in his voice. Perhaps your horse is wise and silent. Is it named Modesty, or maybe a better name is Poverty?
Ooh. Is that supposed to be
Is that a slur?
Sir Loin barely chokes down a snort.
Okay.
I vow to defend this path on foot, Sir Loin, as recompense for the death of my stallion. Abstinence. He sighs clearly, angered at the disrespect. After a calming breath, he asks, pray tell me, Sir Loin, have you spare cloth? As
Loincloth. Okay.
As you have taken a holy vow to blindfold yourself, I am bound by chivalry to cover my own eyes before dueling you. Almost there. I too am bound by chivalry, so I must dismount before we fight. As for your own honour, I have spare linens in my saddlebag that should serve to blind you. Sir Virtue, choking down another snort, he adds, as a knight such acts of chivalry please me. He digs through his bag looking for the cloth, but his glove and gauntlet clad hands are unable to find it. After a moment, in soft, less boastful tone, he asks, "Prithee, I would be obliged if you remove the cloth yourself, and when you reach for it, kindly tie my horse to a tree. Then we shall begin the duel, if you are agreed."
This is very bizarre.
"I am agreed," replies Sir Virtue coldly. You watch in morbid curiosity as Sir Virtue leads Sir Loin to his horse to the tree, reaches into the saddlebag and finds a cloth, and then walks across the road, drawing his sword. How long is this going for? On the other side of the road, Sir Loin nearly falls to the ground as he dismounts, comedically missing his stirrups before he crashes to the ground. He blindly lashes onto the mare's mane, holding himself at an oblique angle for a moment before regaining his footing. "Are you ready, Sir Virtue?" he asks, quickly drawing his sword in an obvious attempt to hide his embarrassment from his stumbling dismount. Sir Virtue ties the cloth around his eyes and nods, then after a moment of awkwardness, silence. He realises Sir Loin would not have seen the gesture and quickly spits out, "I am ready, Sir Loin." "Very well," says Sir Loin. "For honour and glory," he shouts, as he charges incredibly. Incredibly, Sir Loin's sword swing makes contact with Sir Virtue's shield, and for a moment it appears the duel will proceed as one normally would, but within seconds each knight loses his bearings and the two of them put on an absurd display of stumbling about and swinging aimlessly into the air.
Right, we haven't done a lot yet, have we?
I'm sorry. The two flail recklessly up and down the road, with Sir Loin coming dangerously close to slicing his own horse a couple of times. Over and over again, the two knights mercilessly skewer the air. We're almost there. We're actually almost there.
We're going to go on an adventure soon,
Sir
Jack.
Loin spins.
Also Weaver.
Sir Loin spins in a wild circle for a moment, then, clearly dizzy, he thrashes around his momentum, causing him to accelerate in a tight arc to the side of the road. Stumbling like a toddler learning to run, he finally loses his balance, his sword blindly swinging at nothing as his knees hit the dirt. Needlessly concerned that his blindfolded opponent saw him fall, he quickly gets to his feet again, and the battle against the wind is rejoined. Back and forth the knights weave, sometimes apparently being knocked down by an invisible force as they lose their balance over and over. Eventually, however, the ludicrous display of Brownian motion pulls the two knights closer together, and steel finally begins to ring against steel. Sir Loin stumbles, and then Sir Virtue raises his sword for a vicious downward strike that appears to be well aimed and poised to do serious damage. Your first option.
Oh, at last. Hey, we've gone all silent, we have.
We've just been standing and
Right.
watching.
We've been heightened, crouching. Crouching.
Shout out and stop the fight, or ignore the knights and continue on your way.
Ignore. I've had enough of them.
Yeah,
God,
they seem pretty mental to me.
just leave them.
Leave them in
Yeah, they seem they
their
don't.
ludicrous ways.
Yeah, they don't seem very mentally stable.
Ignore the knights and continue on your way.
Yeah, we've got dragons to kill. We can't be messing about with these
We've got
guys.
Lady Mel to rescue.
Yeah,
You don't have time for such foolishness.
Fooliness, even.
You don't
What do you got that wizard juice?
You don't have time for such foolishness. Whatever game these two are playing, you have a loved one to save. It's unfortunate that one of the knights will likely die, although you suspect they'll both fall over in exhaustion before a real killing blow is landed, but this isn't your problem. Before you reach the cursed lair of the dragon, you must pass through the province of Mania. What troubles you, however, is to get to the dragon's lair, you must travel through the home of the nymphs.
Yes.
So, I was getting a little bit bored there. Things are looking up now.
Lake Nymphmania. Hours pass, and soon day turns to night. You ride your strong, hard stallion throughout the night, sleeping for moments at a time, trusting his firm instincts to guide you. Another day comes, and another night, and then at the dawn you find yourself surrounded by fog.
Oh,
Pog. Oh,
I can't see anything.
I wonder.
Wanted to see
When
the
we get to Lake Nymphomania.
A distant singing arouses your senses.
Oh,
And,
probably a bit better than that.
and almost without thought, you ride towards it.
Dun, 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 dun.
The sound, sweeter than anything you've ever heard, draws you nearer.
Oh, sorry.
You're imagining Monty Python, aren't you?
In the back of your mind, you know something isn't quite right,
Ooh.
but you follow the sound. To make yourself feel better, you draw your sword
Swing.
Swing. It's swing.
and continue on your way. And continue on your way.
He's off again. Well, it's entertaining.
And continue on your way.
Okay.
Soon you pass by a lake,
Yay.
and on
Yay!
the shore in the distance you see a large banquet table
Yes, food.
Food.
filled with all manner of fruit and meat.
Ooh, I think we need to have a snack before we go and
So
kill.
this is on an island, is it?
It's on a lake.
It's on a lake.
It's on a
Beside
lake.
a lake.
Oh, it's beside a lake.
Like on the
right.
shore. Okay.
On the shoreline.
Steam from freshly cooked vegetables
Ooh.
rises in the air,
Zach wouldn't like that.
and the scent of fresh bread fills your head.
Ah. Ooh.
But what is most stunning of all are the fair maidens lounging at the table, beckoning you to join them. Suddenly, a great hunger fills you, and you dismount and walk over, perhaps a quick meal.
I don't know about you, Sigourney, but I think this is a trap.
Well, Sir Weaver. Yeah, there's
seems all too-
food and
Yeah.
nymphs.
Nymph's claw.
Nymphs galore.
It seems a bit too good to be true at this point.
Yeah.
Perhaps a quick meal, and then you will resume your quest. You fetch gold coins from your purse in case the ladies demand payment for their hospitality.
Do we get a choice now?
A nubbly lady,
A nubbly? A nubbly?
What?
It was a nubbly.
nubly?
Nubile?
Yeah.
Nubile. He said nubbly. Oh, wow. Oh, nubbly lady. Oh my God.
Wearing a sheer dress,
Start again.
a nubile lady wearing a sheer dress touches your hand, pressing it back towards your purse. She looks up at you, her eyes wide, and she smiles
Oh dear.
and shakes her head. Another girl comes up behind you and removes your tabard from the sword. And then the two of them lead you to a seat. Without a sword, others serve you roasted meats and bread and dark wine.
Looks
while
like we're doing
others gently massage away the aches and pains of your hard journey.
You enjoy this, Sir Weaver?
As you partake in the delicious food,
All these nubbly
and
ladies.
fondling the delicious women,
Fondling the nubbly women.
The nubbly, delicious women, it said.
a strange flickering light hurts your eyes.
Blimey.
You close them for a moment, and when you open them, the sky is a strange grey.
I told you it was a trap, Sigourney.
Oh dear, Sir Weaver.
Never
I should have listened.
Never mind.
It was the nubbly woman.
Never mind, you think. You must eat your fill before you resume your journey of
Oh,
women
dear.
as well as wine.
All in all, I think this has been a very successful adventure.
What seems
Do we need to go rescue Lady Mel on
I
this
think I'll
stage?
stay here, Sigourney.
I concur, Sir Weaver.
what seems like hours pass, and you suddenly remember your horse. Have a
Oh, no.
chuff. My
Have a
lady,
Have a
Chuffney or chub? What did you
Chuff.
have a chub? I think it's a chuff.
my lady.
Sorry, it's all going into my head a
You
bit.
say, you say to the beautiful women beside you, as her hand. Oh no! I'm just...
Come on,
Sorry.
spit it out, Dungeon Master.
My lady, you say to the beautiful women beside you, as her hands in your trousers. Where's my horse? She.
And listeners, do read first
That's what we've learned today.
the adventure before just going in head first.
She smiles and points across the table, and a strange mound of fur and bone. No, that cannot be Havachub. Wait, your shield lies upon the animal's back.
Oh no!
You've eaten Havachub.
No, he was my favourite character.
Suddenly, the spell is lifted, and you see the truth. Around you is turned food, cobwebs, and large
Nubbly women.
cobwebs as large as houses surround the table and hang from trees.
I knew it was a trap, Sigourney. I knew it.
Well, we
It's too good
weren't
to be
ever
true.
actually given an option,
we just-
Sir Weaver.
I was happy we didn't.
The
We just wandered over.
The women you
The horse
fought-
died.
We ate the horse. We've learned not to trust nubbly.
Oh,
Don't trust nubbly. Sorry, listeners.
the women you fondle are dead beings,
What?
are dead beings of sagging, rotten flesh.
Saggy women.
Nothing but whites. And most disturbing of all, the sun appears to rise and set in mere seconds, bringing day and night again
Oh,
and
what's
again.
going on?
Finally,
What's going on?
We should have eaten the mushrooms.
finally, you realise the
Tripping balls.
mistake you have made. You have stumbled into a trap of the nymphs of Mania,
The nymphs of mania.
and have been ensnared in a time spell.
Oh, right, okay,
not
we're at a
good.
time spell.
God only knows how long they've been siphoning your life energy. You realise what you've been doing with these dead things and immediately empty the contents of your stomach. Only blackness comes out.
Oh, I've been fondling old dead women.
God.
Don't take that out of context.
A nymph lifts up your head and stares into your eyes, smirking without a word. She kisses you, but this time you feel your soul leaking out through your mouth.
Tastes like
Oh
chicken.
no.
Trapped by magic, you are more distraught by the shame of knowing you failed in your quest
Oh,
than
what?
the
We've
cold.
died.
than the
I got
cold.
my soul
We
sucked
made
out.
one choice.
I got my soul sucked out by a nymph.
not even a nubbly one.
Trapped by magic, you are more distraught by the shame of knowing you failed in your quest than the cold, icy death that overtakes you.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, Sigourney Weaver, your manhood was not firm enough to prevail.
We can get it out.
You have died, your gallantry shown to be nothing but a limp imitation of robust manliness. You are now forever maidenless.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
we couldn't get it up, so we've lost.
No, we got deceived by the nubbly women.
Reset game.
This episode is sponsored
Reset
by.
game.
Oh, hang on. Slay the dragon.
Did we lose?
Did we
You lost.
What?
Oh, no.
This episode was sponsored by Viagra.
Oh, man, I've got to reset the game.
Oh man, no. Okay. So
Okay.
I think we've actually had an entertaining.
We've exhausted the.
I think we've exhausted the
long
Slay
did
the
that go on
Dragon.
for?
I have no
I
idea.
can't believe we died.
I can't believe we died on making one decision.
Such a bad way as well.
Well, this.
Would you like to find out what the other decision was?
No.
No.
I'm happy with that ending.
No.
Oh,
Okay, so far we've tried. This is a.
multiple choice adventure game
Game.
session, but we only had one
So
choice.
we had one
basically,
choice
basically, we should have gone
with the knights.
with the knights, and that
Yeah.
would have been a. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so Jack, how's Sir Weaver done?
Who could have foreseen the horrors of that?
Yeah, it's the nubbly women that got us at the end of the day.
Oh, crikey. Okay.
Crikey.
Well,
it's been fun.
yes, I have had a chuckle.
A joke.
I do feel emasculated, but other than that, yes. So, do you know what time it is?
I don't know.
It's time for everyone's favourite segment.
Oh, what's that? Pray tell, Sir Weaver.
Let's get quizzical.
Quizzical.
I
Gonna
wanna
get quizzical. Let's get into quizzical.
Let me
hear
hear
your
your
mind quiz, whatever.
Nymphoid mania. Nymphmania.
Nymphomania.
Okay. 3 questions.
3 questions. Okay, listen up.
These are about. This is ironically, this is a quiz about dragons. Because we never actually
got to do anything with a dragon at all.
We never saw a dragon, so we'll make up for it with
dragon,
the dragon quiz.
The dragon quiz. Okay.
Okay, question 1.
Yep. Are you listening, Dungeon Master?
Yeah, I was just trying to find another one.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Question 1. What is the name of the dragon that Harry Potter faces off against in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire?
Oh, that's the... everybody's screaming the name out as we speak.
Goblet of Fire.
Yeah, Goblet of Fire, that's going to be...
The name of the dragon or the species of the dragon?
That's going to be the type of the dragon.
Yeah, it's the type.
Norwegian Ridgeback.
No.
No?
No.
No. Oh, go on.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Oh,
a Chinese fireball.
No, it's not the Chinese fireball.
Oh,
the other one.
the other one.
Oh, it's the spiky one.
Horn?
Oh, yeah, the horntail.
Hungarian horntail.
Yes.
Hungarian horntail.
Correct.
Well done.
Yay.
We did it.
The Hungarian horntail. Well done. Question 2. Which actor voices Smaug in the 2013 film The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug?
Is that Andy
Smaug.
Serkis?
No, that's... What's
his
it?
face?
Cumberpatch.
Cucumber who?
Cumberpatch.
Cucumber.
Yeah, the chap who plays... God!
Khan.
In
Yeah.
Star Trek.
Star Trek.
I need a full name.
Benedict.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Benedict Wong.
Wong. That'd be very wrong.
Correct. 2 for 2 so far. Who voices Kilgara in the BBC TV series Merlin between 2008 and 2012?
Oh, man. Oh, I don't know. Because I did ever watch the series.
I don't know. I honestly
Kilgar. I take it Kilgar as a dragon.
Yes.
I'll take what year?
Between 2008 and 2012, the BBC TV series Merlin.
Stab in the dark, John Hurt.
Correct.
Yes! Get in there, boy. That's it.
I don't know how you knew that, but yes, that is correct. Oh, that was Let's Get Quizzical.
Yay! Let's get quizzical, quizzical. I want to get quizzical. Let's get into quizzical. Let me hear your mind. Think about something.
Adventure game.
Yay!
We still need to work on that one. Yes.
Okay, so what have we learned? That adventure games really should be researched a little bit better.
Especially that one.
Especially that one.
Yes.
You wouldn't want to pull. You wouldn't pull that one out when you've got your 5 and 6-year-old in a caravan.
Definitely check beforehand.
You check beforehand.
If you go to a place called Nymphmania, don't give in to the temptations.
Of the nubbly women.
Yes.
Shut up.
And but overall, it's been a hoot.
Yes.
It's been a hoot.
That's a lot of reading.
Yeah.
Somebody else can read next time.
Yeah, I actually thought, to be honest, I thought what you'd be presenting us with was, just literally,
Sentences, yeah.
yeah, you start off in the village, you come to a
Right.
fork in the road, do you go west or do you go east type
Yeah.
of thing?
That's what I was expecting.
Is that a fork? It's more of a T-junction.
Do you go into the forest or do you go into the
Yeah, I
haunted
probably
hill?
You see a cave
preferred
entrance.
Yes.
Okay, maybe we should just invent it.
It's still our own adventure game.
We go, do you take the cave or do you take the forest?
Yeah.
What would you go for?
Forest?
Forest?
Oh, yeah, we'll go in the forest.
We're going to the forest.
Okay, so you follow the trail through the forest.
Yeah.
There are giant mushrooms on either side.
Oh, not again.
Do not eat them.
Is that the question?
Yeah. No, I'm just making it.
Okay, we didn't get very
I didn't get very far on that one. But that's the kind of adventure game
We ate the mushroom and died.
Yeah, I think so. So I thought that's what we were going to get presented with.
That's what I thought as well.
So this...
Do research.
yeah, so this is a bit of an
That's what we
experimental
learned.
one.
Do
But
research.
adventure games can be fun.
It can be fun. I mean, you were laughing.
Yeah,
for
okay,
all the time.
yeah, we were. So therefore, the listeners, if you've got any suggestions for entertaining adventure games that we might revisit this,
Mm.
This kind of idea.
we'd like one that's maybe a little bit more
Less wordy.
less wordy,
Less wordy.
a little bit more, do you go down the tunnel?
Adventurous.
Do you hop under the bridge or something.
Hop under the bridge.
Well, yeah, hop off the bridge and go under.
Gravity works differently.
Yeah, well, it's not gravity. We know that. Gravity
Anyway.
doesn't exist. It's quick. Zip back to the flat earth there. Anyway, so.
Should we do our Now We Know show flashback?
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
let's have a flashback, yes.
So this is a segment where we revisit any developments on a previous episode of the Now We Know show. So this is actually going back to our zombie episode,
Oh,
which
good.
was great fun. We can all agree.
Yes.
And Zak recently posted a poll on our Film and TV Fans Worldwide Facebook group.
Yep.
So if you haven't already, join that.
Yeah, go and look it up.
Asking people what their favourite zombie movies are. And these are some of the results from that poll.
Oh,
Yeah.
excellent.
Obviously, at the end of that podcast, we mentioned a few zombie films, and it would be good to hear our listeners' favourite zombie films.
See what the feedback is.
So with 10 votes, we had one of my personal favourites, Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, okay.
And in
We'll
joint...
nip down the Winchester.
Yes.
But also blow
Wait
over.
for it all blow over.
In joint second place, we had the original Dawn of the Dead from 1978, which got a mention.
Yes.
Yeah.
And 28 Days Later, and they both had 3 votes each. Just below that, we had Night of the Living Dead, the original one, with 2 votes, and Brain Dead, another one of
yeah,
our
Brain Dead.
favourites, that also had 2 votes. And a few mentions that got added as well were Maze Runner: The Scorch Trials, which got 2 votes. But
Ooh, I
Did
haven't
that,
seen
did that
yeah,
have zombies? in
I'm
it?
not sure, but
Oh, hang on a minute. Weren't they kind of like white creatures or something in the sewers? I don't know.
think-
Have seen it? Just
Yeah.
getting a recollection.
yeah.
I'm sure we have seen it.
You sure you're not confusing that with Hunger Games?
No. They're stuck in a maze and they have to try and get out of the maze.
Oh, yeah.
And the whole world's kind of like
Yes,
destroyed, isn't
and
it?
it turns out it's some kind of spoilers. It's some kind of experiment or something.
Yeah. Below that, we had Zombie Flesh Eaters with 2 votes. Day of the Dead with 1 vote. The 90s Night of the Living Dead with 1 vote. Zombie Undead, which I've not heard of, I'm not sure.
heard of that
Zombie
one.
undead. Yeah.
That also got 1 vote. And finally, the 2004 Dawn of the Dead with 1 vote. So thank you to everyone who took part in that poll. It was really great to see
Yes,
everyone's
thank you very much.
favourite zombie films get a mention. And thank you for listening to the zombie
Yeah.
episode as well, because that was
Yeah,
great fun.
That was good fun. So don't forget, if you've got any adventure games you recommend, please comment.
do.
Yes.
And we
definitely
will we'll need to revisit this subject in a further
I'm not
episode.
hosting. If you enjoyed this podcast, please like and subscribe to this channel and comment below any suggestions of topics or activities you'd like to listen to in future episodes.
So that's a big goodbye from Sigourney,
Goodbye from Sir Weaver,
And goodbye from
the
Zak-
Dungeon
the
Master.
Dungeon Master.
the Munchin Dungeon. What did we call
the Bunchen Master
Goodbye from Zak. See you in the next one.
and the Knobbly Women.
Now we know.
Now we know. Now we know. Show.
Now we know.
Now we know. Now we know. Show.